Hi world. So I just had a synchronicity. Please don't look at my hair. You don't want to know what's going on here. But anyway, I know I look silly. Let's not talk about it. But anyway, so I just watched a video on Loosh. So what Loosh is pretty much soul energy, okay? And what I kind of understand, I've had a lot of spiritual experiences in my life, and I'm a very spiritual person. I feel a lot of things. So what Loosh is pretty much an energy, frequency, or whatever you want to call it, magical force, whatever you want to call it, that you emit, that comes from your soul, your being, and your existence. It's just your life energy, I guess. The energy that is steering your life wheel, I guess you could say. So, what in the video he was talking about Loosh, so that is the soul energy, and how these beings, now, hear me out. These beings, when I say beings, I mean human beings. That's what I'm talking about. But if you believe in dimensions, which is something that I have maybe may or not believed in before, and I've experienced things in other dimensions. So, for example, another dimension of reality would be imagination. It's not of the 3D realm, but it's something that we can see exists. With our eyes closed, we can use our third eye to go to this dimension, for example. It is the imagination dimension. So, that's what I mean by dimension. Also, I feel like when you look in a microscope, you're seeing a microscopic dimension. So there's different dimensions to this reality. Not just what we're seeing and experiencing here, but what we're seeing and experiencing microscopically at a microscopic level, and then at a giant level, if you're, up in outer space or whatever. Or whatever. Or, if you're... your brain, the imagination that I was just talking about, that is one that is technically a proven thing, because everybody has one. Everybody can see, if I'm thinking about an apple, I can see an apple. Like, it's there. It's not physically here, but you can see it. It's another dimension. So your energy is tied, I guess, to these dimensions, and when you use it, it kind of like goes like this, okay, and reassembles into something new, I guess. Something, that's my theory. I don't know. I'm just a theorist. This is something that I'm theorizing because I've experienced some weird things. This is kind of something I've kind of theorized. But anyway, so when you feel something, that is, I guess, a dimensional thing that is happening. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily good, just something that's magical, I guess. Magical. Yeah, that's what we could call it, magical. It's a magic kind of thing. And you may or may not believe in magic. I'm not Harry Potter by any means, and neither are you, but no abracadabra, bobbity babbity, bibbity bobbity boo. But anyway, instead what we have is, our energy, our soul energy. So our soul energy is meant to be at a more positive frequency, and it's hard sometimes. But I watched this video, and he said that that's what they want, which is the evil people, I guess, or whatever you want to call them. No, you could call them whatever. I don't like saying any negative words like that. But kind of starts, you know what it is. But anyway, I don't like thinking about that kind of stuff. I like to keep that stuff minimal in my life. For a reason, because I do not like feeling fear. And I feel like when you feel these things, it not only tends to throw off your emotional aura, but sometimes when I'm fearful, weird things tend to happen, or like when I'm having weird thoughts, or even when I'm having positive thoughts. It just depends. And that's what I think that this man meant when he meant that these negatively charged people are feeding off of your energy if you're giving them fear. I've already talked about this on my channel, kind of. I had this trip years ago where I was hallucinating. I took some pills and some weed. Something told me not to. I did it anyway because I was a dumbass. And I was seeing a waterfall, and then all of a sudden I was like, I shouldn't be seeing that. And then all of a sudden some red sand came in and turned into a face. So I call that face the paranoia frequency. So this frequency was an internal thing, but I kind of saw it physically, kind of. It was weird because it was kind of like cymatics. It was like red sand. And in cymatics, when you change the frequency, the sand changes. So when the sand changes, it's because of the frequency that you're at. And that's where my theory of when you're thinking, you know, oh, I'm at a positive level, then what your frequency is changing to that. If that, it's melding to that, I guess, if you want to call it that, I don't know. Now, I'd say to try to stay as positive as possible. Don't overthink what I'm saying. Don't go, oh, I shouldn't think these negative thoughts. Just let them happen, calm down, and just chill. You know, watch something happy. Watch something happy, keep your vibe up. Listen to good music. Don't over intake these negative things, because that is the loosh that this man was talking about. So loosh is energy. So you want more good energetic waves in your life, not negative energetic waves, is pretty much the gist of this video. Because I already told you I've had experiences like the weird trip that I had when I was on pills and weed. I hallucinated and I had that experience. And I think that that might be some sort of key. And I also think cymatics, if you don't know what cymatics is, look it up. It's Cymatics, cymatics. So what cymatics is when you put sand on a metal plate and you have it tuned to a certain frequency / sound. So when it's tuned to different sounds, different frequencies, different hertz, whatever you want to call it, the image of the particles, the sand, changes. So that's kind of where my theory came in. It wasn't for a nonsensical reason. It was because of, you know, multiple different things. Things I saw in my hallucination and things I saw in real life in an experiment with sand and hertz, okay, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is, don't be a negative Nancy, don't be scared, and if you are scared, stop intaking negative media. Stop intaking negative media because it's just a better quality of life, okay? We all don't know when we'll leave this place. We all don't know anything. Honestly, I don't know anything. I'm just making shit. It's a theory. Okay, that's a theory. And I'm just letting you know. Sorry, my light went off. Because I don't know. It's just something I want to talk about. Sorry, my cat's making noise. But yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, if you think more positively, hopefully, in theory, the particles around you will align to a more positive reality. So I think if we collectively become more positive thinking and think about more happy things and about happy possibilities, perhaps my cymatics theory might have some sort of truth. I'm not a genius. I don't know anything. I'm just a girl. I don't know anything. Okay, I don't even know what 5 + 9 is. Okay, at the top of my head, I have no clue. So, anyway, what I'm trying to say is, in theory, the higher your frequency, the better your life will be, because the particles that you are aligned to, if that kind of makes sense. If you heard of spooky action at a distance, I don't know if you've heard about that, but it's like I'm tied to these particles and it's at a distance, but if you vibrate at this frequency, then this one will vibrate and go, ew, we're together. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but something along the lines of that. So if you want something happy, you need to vibrate at a nice happy level, I guess, sort of. I don't know, I guess. I don't know, but that's the theory, and yeah, I kind of agree with that, but I also have my issues. I don't think it's like a necessarily like a an instant thing. I just think that sometimes you just kind of gotta do it for you. Like, you know, you gotta be more positive for your quality of life, for your mental health, for your sanity, for your everything, a lot of things, you know, for your physical health, for all kinds of things. And don't worry, you know, try not to worry so much. Do what you can and be as positive and as loving as you can, because love, I feel like love is the best vibration in the whole world, in the whole universe. Love, I swear to God, is the best, highest frequency, in my opinion. From what I've experienced, yes. Especially if it's like, whoa, yeah, I don't know. But hopefully this video made sense. Sorry, my hair looks crazy. I look like one of those ladies that's like in those like old-timey videos, and like her hair is like kind of like pompous. I don't know. That's just what it looks like. And like, I'm not mad at it, but like, it's just, it looks silly right now. And I don't care. But anyway, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I make some sense, and try to keep your vibration high. Make sure to look up Cymatics if you don't know what that is, and maybe it'll give you kind of a little taste or hint as to what I'm kind of talking about. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Please keep your vibration up. Watch happy things. Do things that make you happy and excited. And try not to worry about the worst. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of things that are bad going on, and there's a lot of things that are good going on. It's not just one is more than the other. I mean, there's awful things going on, and there's great things going on, you know. And to focus all of your time and energy on the negative things, I feel like maybe, perhaps, your particles are going a little crazy. So maybe we need to particle happily and stop particling sadly. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully that makes sense to somebody. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Try to keep your vibe up. So be happy, smile, watch things that make you happy, not sad, paranoid, depressed. Because if you're watching sad, paranoid, depressed things, your quality of life is going to go, oh, I'm scared. I'm scared, no. Yeah, I know. So try to keep your vibration high. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. For you and for your particles. For your particles. Your particles are your babies at this point, okay? Your particles are your babies, and you want them to be happy, okay? So yeah. Happy, not eaten. Okay. It wasn't really supposed to be a joke on that, but you know what I'm saying. So I hope you guys have a great, happy particle day. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed my particle/Cymatics theory, or if you understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, that's fine. I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't know what I'm talking about, and that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to know what I'm talking about. There's millions and millions and millions and millions of people. If somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and stay happy. Keep your vibration high. Watch something beautiful every single day. Don't worry too much. You know, it's okay to stay informed, but do not worry too much. Goodbye. I'll see you guys, and stay happy, please.